So there have been talks of expanding the WNBA, but I believe that depends on how the WNBA season goes this season. So there have been a group of people working on what's called the WNBA Expansion Plan, and it would introduce some new teams and some new cities. Now, mind you, we've had some prior teams in other places. Like you had the Houston Comets, you had the Tulsa Soul, you had the Sacramento Monarchs back in the day. So you've had different teams. So now that the WNBA only has, as of right now, 12 teams, and the rosters are only at 12. Hopefully with the expansion of adding teams, the rosters go up to at least 14, maybe 16 players. And it's only 144 players in the WNBA as it stands now. That means that even with the WNBA draft happening every year, you're going to have a lot of talent that gets drafted or doesn't get drafted and doesn't make a WNBA roster that's still going to end up going overseas. And that because their WNBA dream is short. So, let's get into some of the names of some of the potential teams if the WNBA Expansion Project happens. You have the Charlotte Rush, the Denver Gold, Nashville Notes, Orlando Flamingos, Philadelphia Bells, Portland Roses, Salt Lake City Slopes, San Diego Waves, San Francisco Seals, St. Louis Spirit, Toronto Huskies, and Cincinnati Majesty. So, if these new teams are to come into play, the Western Conference would have 11 teams, and the Eastern Conference would have 12 teams. Hopefully, they can even it out as an even 12 and 12. But everything depends on a successful WNBA season this season. So, I encourage everybody to support the WNBA any way you can. Viewership, purchasing the WNBA League Pass, buying the tickets, buying the merchandise to help expand the WNBA. Make the future bright. Help a fellow player achieve their dream of making the WNBA. We need the expansion. The talent's getting greater, and there's not enough spots as of right now. Let's make it that there's enough spots for everybody.